Well, I'm sat here at Barippa. I'm in the park by the community centre with Peter, who's busy filming me at the moment, and it's absolutely gorgeous around here. The birds are singing in the background a little bit. There's hardly anybody here, and I love being out in nature, and especially on a day like this in September. It's absolutely fantastic. But the reason for us being here and filming it is that the other day somebody said to me, or asked me the question in a way, the same question as they'd asked somebody else recently, was how do you pray? And John Eatock, who's a good friend of mine, retired member of the Cloth, who lives up the road, had said to this particular person, well, there's no set way of praying, and I agree with him. I mean, Jesus gives us a template, and we could come back to that, but the only way to answer it really is to offer lots of examples, some of which might fit with people's personality, and others which might not, and ways in which they just connect with God in some simple way. So I'm going to offer a few of mine just in case it helps. And the main one for me, when I pray the best, is when I'm out in the middle of nature, out in God's creation, with all sorts of wonderful views around me. So that's why we're sat here, and I'm just going to start a little wander, and hopefully Peter's not going to fall over backwards in trying to film this. But what I find is that as I wander through these sorts of places, it triggers me to talk to God in a way that it just doesn't do anywhere else. There's something about the trees and the grass and the flowers when they're in flower, there's not many here at the moment, that just trigger something in me that is really helpful. And I can pray all sorts of prayers for all sorts of people and put all the issues to God that I would love to do without anybody else knowing. It is just a wonderful experience for me. So I share that with you, and I just want to quote to you something from a book that I dip into on a daily basis. So I'm just going to get this off the phone, and I'm hoping Peter will show this up on the screen when we edit this. He says this in this book: in the company of flowers we know happiness. In the company of trees like this we are able to think. They foster meditation. And a bit later on the same page he says, a wood is a place for solitude, sanctuary. In a wood the only things you should meet are abundant nature and antique tranquility, because the trees have been here for some time. It's like the present and the past tenses combined. And he quotes on the next page of his book a famous poem by John Clare, which I hope that Peter can put up on the screen, which says this: all nature has a feeling. Woods, fields, brooks are life eternal, and in silence they speak happiness beyond the reach of books. There's nothing mortal in them, their decay is the green life of change, to pass away and come again in blooms revivified. Its birth was heaven, eternal is its stay, and with the sun and moon shall still abide beneath their day and night and heaven wide. That's John Clare. So I just offer the opportunity to say, one way to pray is to get outside and talk to God. So with that, I'll end with the usual thing that you say at the end of a prayer. Amen.